happy day to you. I am just sitting in the sun, obviously. I just finished filming this makeup look, which hopefully you guys would have already seen. This was my little clean girl makeup drugstore edition, which I am just like, I'm shooketh by this base. So hopefully you guys saw that. Hopefully you liked it, just in case you're wondering about the makeup, which I always get a comment like, what's that makeup look? And I'm like, well, don't you say, I filmed it. It should already be up. But anyway, I wanted to do a little bit something different for this week's vlog and kind of bring you along with my meal prepping journey. So I get a lot of questions about the recipes and whatnot. And some of you love to chat cooking, love to chat good meals. And you guys know I love to cook over here and make delicious meals and repeat them until I'm sick of them. So this week I wanted to switch it up a little bit. I'm switching up my meal prep. Today is Monday and I wanted to test this out for the week because long story long, okay? A few years ago, like pre-program, pre my little meal plan and nutrition and my online training coach from DIY Body, I went and saw a naturopath and I did a food sensitivity test, which a lot of people were not impressed by. A lot of you guys did not like the food sensitivity test, but I really enjoyed talking to the naturopath and I kind of learned a lot from that journey. But she had mentioned to me at the time that I should consider trying a low FODMAP diet. Now, I can't say the words that FODMAP stands for, but if you wanted to look it up, go be free. I know it's not going to apply to everyone, but basically overall, I have a very angry gut. And if you know me, then you'll know that I have an angry gut and I also, I'm a gassy lady. And it's getting to the point where I am hurting the people around me with my gassiness. I am killing down softly every single day. It's getting to the point where I simply cannot ignore it any longer and I have to do something about it. And I would consider myself a healthy eater. I do love to cook and I make a lot of good meals, but there is something that I'm eating repeatedly that my stomach is very, very upset by. So I wanted to do a little test this week and actually for like a full week test the low FODMAP diet, which is something I've never done. I always sneak little treats in here and there. I am allergic to dairy, but like I crush cheese and tzatziki and yogurt and you know, I've just never like done it fully to see how my body and my stomach would react. And the reason why I'm deciding to do this right now is because at the end of this week, I am going on a trip and I am sharing a room with a stranger, a gal I've never met, and I am mortified. I'm gonna be horrified if I envelop her with my toxic fumes. Like, it just must be addressed. I'm hoping that after this week of delightful gut healing, a little gut reset, if you will, that I will be feeling okay going into the weekend and into the trip, and hopefully there will be no casualties along the way. And so if you don't care about the gut, if you don't care about low FODMAP, whatever, this is also just gonna be a good look at a few of the healthy meals that I love to make while I'm meal prepping and following my meal plan with my trainer, as well as tracking my macros and just overall eating good, healthy meals. I'm gonna bring you along this week. We're gonna do it and we're gonna see how it goes. And hopefully we'll all just be feeling so good. Our guts will be clean and happy. Our skin will be glowing, even though with this base, you can't tell that my skin is a little angry underneath it. And we'll also just have done some really delicious meal prep. So welcome to the kitchen. I did go ahead and do a little grocery shop this weekend and I've already gotten a head start on my meal prepping because I just needed the day to like test a couple of things before I actually show you them, just to make sure that they're all good and work. But I also took to ChatGPT to ask for some low FODMAP recipes and food recommendations. I Googled a bunch of lists. Like, there's so much free content that you can get. You can literally get like printable sheets with a low FODMAP grocery list. So I wrote down a grocery list filled with ingredients and things that I love to eat, as well as foods that fit into my current meal plan given to me by my trainer. So I decided to forego eating oatmeal this week because that's a common thing that pops up in the low FODMAP diets. Apparently a lot of people are very sensitive to oatmeal and I eat oatmeal every single day. And even for the last week, I've been testing out my little carrot cake inspired oatmeal and it tastes so good, but I'm still so unwell in my belly and I have been eating so good and healthy other than this weekend. We'll just ignore that. So something was still so wrong and I'm like, okay, I'm willing to try it. I am gonna be substituting my oatmeal this week with quinoa. So I went ahead and meal prepped some quinoa. This is just plain quinoa. I put nothing in here, no seasonings, whatnot, so that I can test out my little carrot cake breakfast bowl, if you will. But then I also meal prepped my other container of quinoa. And in this one I put salt, pepper, cumin, garlic powder, paprika, turmeric, and bay leaves, which that's just like a combination that I love to boil up for all of my things. Usually I do it with rice as well as my lentils, but this week we're trying quinoa and we're gonna see how we feel. I was a little bit sad to give up my lentils because lentils is a thing that I have recently added into my everyday diet. So much fiber, it's so good, but it is suggested that you remove lentils and beans if you are trying to heal the gut. So we'll just have to get our fiber from other places. Now I also meal prep purple onions. I did a little apple cider vinegar, maple syrup, little pickling moment, and technically onions aren't good on the low FODMAP diet. You apparently can have shallots, but pickled things are encouraged, so I thought maybe this would be my way to kind of skirt around that to have a little bit of extra love. If not, I also have sauerkraut, but I'm gonna keep the pickled red onions because they're so good. And then I also baked up some of my purple sweet potato, which is a fabulous, fabulous Blue Zone diet approved item, and it tastes so good. Oh my god, they're so sweet. If you've never tried a purple sweet potato in your life, it's a recent discovery of mine. I love it so much. They are so good. And then today I went ahead and made some spring rolls, some little shrimp spring rolls. I'm gonna list all the ingredients that I put in here today. It was a long journey, but when I was in LA, Dan and I were eating the Goop Kitchen spring rolls, and they were so good and filled with so many delicious fresh ingredients, which can be hard to come by during the winter, but because we are headed into summer now, the grocery stores are abundant and full with all of the lovely ingredients, and I had them today for lunch and they are so good. So like, listen, if I can just eat this all day long, like, I am a happy gal. Approved. So those are a few of the things that I made ahead of time going into the week, but otherwise I just did a nice big grocery shop filled with a bunch of whole foods and clean proteins and good veggies. We're gonna see how the week goes. The thing that I'm nervous the most about is not having my protein powder, which I think could definitely be something that is affecting my gut, because protein powder is a supplement, right? Like, you should always try to get your protein from food sources, but sometimes when you have a high protein goal, like I do, it can be a little bit difficult to get 130 grams of protein in a day. And so I do consume a lot of protein powder. It's whey protein powder, and perhaps I'm consuming more than I should be. So I'm gonna see how this week goes, but it's gonna be hard because I'm just gonna have to eat so many egg whites. And the other thing I'm concerned about, obviously, is foregoing sugar, because I have a sugar addiction and that can be tough, but that's what dates are for. We're gonna see how it goes. We're gonna go through this together. Fingers crossed. Good morning, everyone. It's Tuesday. I just finished, well, actually this morning we had a tennis lesson, which was very great. And I just finished a very heavy leg and shoulder day. I'm struggling a little bit, ready to eat my breakfast, which I have to say, I was really excited, and I literally pre-cooked the quinoa, and I wanted to show you my little carrot cake quinoa oatmeal recipe. But for my personal tastes, what I realized with horror is that what I love to add in is this salted caramel protein. Oh, it's so good. And it's a little bit earthy without it. Also, if I don't use it, then I need to make eggs anyway for my protein. So I switched it up. I'm gonna make an egg white omelet, and then before I went to do my workout, I took a tablespoon of ground chia seeds and a tablespoon of ground flax seeds, and I mixed up my kiwi because it was right there while I was staring at it, and I let that soak a little bit to get a little bit goopy. So I'm gonna have a little yummy bowl on the side and make my egg white omelet, and that's what I'm gonna have for breakfast instead, which honestly, it's like a lot of food. It's nice, lots of fiber in there, lots of good fats. And that'll be my breakfast. Ah, crap. Oh, what have I done? Oh, no. So it's an egg white calzone. So here's my little bowl. I've got some blackberries, blueberries. I did put a little bit of cottage cheese, lactose free, in here, which is really yummy. Don't knock it till you try it. And also in the omelet. And then I put a little bit of maple syrup in here, and it's real good. I just put some sauerkraut on top of my omelet. Here's my little bowl. Good afternoon. I have been filming away today, and I just wanted to say that I had my spring rolls for lunch. They were so good. They were so good. I just love spring rolls, and I haven't had them in so long, and I don't know why I don't make them. I know it takes a long time for me. It is a process, but they taste so good. Anyway, for my little snack, my little pre-dinner snack, because I'm not having my protein powder, I needed to have a high protein snack. So I have the little cans of chicken from Costco, and I mixed that up with some cottage cheese. The cottage cheese is taking me places right now. Then I added some shallots, some green onions, some pickles, and then a bunch of seasoning, curry powder, cumin, salt and pepper, garlic powder. Mixed it all up, and then I put it in a in a lettuce cup, which is not my preference. Like, I'd rather have that on a cracker or something. I just don't have any gluten-free crackers, and I just really want to stick to this for the week. It's missing bread. Anyway, it was delicious. I feel like I've wiped off my makeup on my chin from shoving the lettuce in, but it was really good. A really good little snack. And then I'm gonna go continue filming, and then I'll meet you later for dinner. Hello, we meet again in yet another shirt. I just put my little workout clothes on because I'm about to go glue myself to the walking pad for the next hour and a half. So before I do that, I have made my lovely little dinner. This is like my version of a ramen slash stir fry situation. So I have the little ramen brown rice noodles from Costco. I fried up some bok choy, some shallots, some mushrooms, hard-boiled some eggs, put it all together with gluten-free soy sauce, and then sprinkled some salt and paprika onto my eggs. So honestly, it's looking pretty good. I would have preferred it to be more soupy, but I added some cilantro and green onions on top. That hits the spot. That's fire. This makes me a very happy gal. This is, honestly, I was like pretty worried. I was a little bit scared to just go full on low FODMAP because I really do have an addiction to sugar. But earlier, actually, I had 2 dates. I put a little scoop of peanut butter in them and sprinkled some salt. And it did curb my craving. So it looks like dates are the answer. We're rocking and rolling. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna go eat this. I'm gonna go upload today's video, and then I'm gonna get ready for bed. So, see you tomorrow. Left you for breakfast because I had the exact same thing as yesterday, my little fruit and flaxseed chia seed bowl with the egg white omelet, and it was so good. Honestly, really good. Love the combination of that. Now, I am actually headed out of the house this evening, so I am packing my spring rolls for dinner, doing a little switch up, having those for dinner. And then for lunch, I've made my little salmon and purple sweet potato bowl, which the presentation is lacking for me. I'm so sorry. It doesn't look the prettiest, but I'll show you what I'm eating anyway. So here's my little salmon fillet. I've got some green beans under there, which I don't really love green beans, honestly, but it was on the plan, so be it. Then I've got the purple sweet potato and my pickled red onions. And on the salmon, I just did salt and pepper and paprika. And honestly, it doesn't look that pretty, but it's gonna taste real nice. And that's my lunch. Good morning, everyone. It's Thursday. I left you hanging last night, but I am proud to report that I did pack my spring rolls and I packed my little curried chicken salad wraps, and I spent the night downtown. It was great. Honestly, the spring rolls are such a life hack if you love food, but you want something delicious that like tastes restaurant quality, you know. Anyway, it was really good. But this morning I was craving a little bit of a warm bowl, and I thought I would test a little savory quinoa breakfast bowl, and this looks so good. I kind of put everything that's currently in the fridge in this bowl. So I did the seasoned quinoa that I pre-made, some turkey slices, 2 eggs, my pickled red onions, sauerkraut, some wilted spinach, and then I topped it with all the little sprouts that I have, some chives, and some lemon juice with salt, pepper, and paprika. It was kind of a lot. Like, it's a lot to just like pull out of the fridge and assemble, but I feel like this is the epitome of gut health right here. And it looks so good. I'm so hungry. I can't wait to eat. That bowl was so good. Also, I just realized I've just been wearing this sweater all week. It's literally covered in filth. It needs to be washed so desperately. So I hope that we can all just ignore that together. I went to take my vitamins for the day. It's Thursday, and clearly I've not been taking them in order because I was all out. So this is a perfect opportunity to also include the fact that I've been taking my like vitamins and supplements and things, also in an effort to, you know, just fix my gut and wellness and all that. This isn't a sponsored portion of the video, but obviously I've worked with Ritual in the past. I take all their stuff. Truly, I love it so much. I take the multivitamin, and I think the most key thing for this particular video and conversation is the Synbiotic, which is their pre, pro, and post-biotic little concoction there. I also have the Hyacera. It's the daily skin hydration. Do I know if that works? No. And I've also been taking their stress relief at night. I take that with a little extra magnesium. Then I add in some extra magnesium citrate and omega-3s. I'll eat my vitamin C throughout the day because that's the one thing that they don't include in their multivitamin. And then I also have the little Athletic Greens D3K2 drops that I put into my water. So I'm not a doctor, okay, but I do always think it's interesting to see what things other people are taking. I've seen people take additional zinc as well, and like iron supplements. There's a lot of things that I would like to consider taking for sure, but I just like to kind of keep my bases covered. Other supplements I still take are my creatine and L-glutamine, and I put that in my water as well. And my little rainbow pill case is from Amazon. It's Friday. I'm joining you in a little bit of a scrambled state because we had to get up very early this morning. We've done our workout and I'm just making my breakfast and preparing my food to go for the day because I'm going to be out of the house probably all night. Honestly, I don't think I'll be home till like 6 or 7. I'm actually dropping Dan off at the airport. He's going on a little bachelor man trip, and then I just have a full day of things I have to do downtown. So my breakfast, I made the same little bowl as yesterday. Ooh, sorry, that's very bright. We've got all the goods, basically all the same goods. Like, I've been putting all the same ingredients into everything all week, which has honestly been great. I realized I was out of my proteins today, so we'll get to that in a second. Anyway, this is my little bowl. The bowl is bowling and it's very good. Then I've just taken the same can of chicken, and I saw TikTok taking the same little mixture. I mixed in some lactose-free Greek yogurt with the canned chicken. They were saying to put it in the waffle maker. So I'm gonna do that, especially like headed downtown and being on the go to have little like chicken waffles. How fun. Maybe I'll just like pack some sprouts and things and just make a little sandwich. But yeah, it was like little protein waffles. So I'm gonna put this in. We're gonna see if it works. Oh no, looks like I burnt it a little bit. Okay, listen, the crispiness might actually be nice. And the fact that it stayed in the waffle form, other than the burnt bits around the edges, honestly, kind of impressive. Could take each piece off and like make a sandwich. Get some mustard on there, some lettuce, some pickles. Cute. All right, so this is what we've got prepared for the day. I still have my spring rolls, which I am so obsessed with. I literally can't stop screaming about it. And I'm so happy that I've had them all week. Then I made my little flax and chia seed little bowl with the kiwi and all the berries. I put a little bit of maple syrup in there, and that's gonna be a nice little snack. And then here's my little experimental sandwich. What I did is I sandwiched the mustard in the lettuce, so hopefully it won't like get soggy and weird, but this might be one of the more random things I've ever made. But I put so many delicious seasonings into the chicken yogurt mixture that I hope it'll be lovely and flavorful and delicious. So the only thing I need to pack is a little peanut sauce. I don't know how I'm gonna do that, but this is my lunch and snacks for the day. And I'm hoping that I'll be able to make it home before dinner so that I can have dinner at home. But that's what I'm gonna bring.
Wow, just the life of
I'm an employee at the...
We're gonna do it again.
Introduce yourself. This is Tom.
Hi.
Tom. Good morning. It's Saturday, and I'm actually currently filming a morning routine right now, so you're actually going to be seeing this breakfast twice if you're all catching up on the Everyday Made videos. But this morning, I again made the lovely little flaxseed chia seed bowl with the berries and the quinoa. If the berries are in season, baby, it's just the thing to do. I also made my egg white omelet. I put some cottage cheese inside, topped it with sauerkraut and some sprouts, and then I have a little purple sweet potato as well. And honestly, it's looking so good. And then pretty much this is my last meal until I leave. I am headed to the airport and I'm headed out, so this will kind of be it for my little week. 5.5 days of my little gut health experiment, the little meal prep. I suppose that means that this is gonna wrap this up. This is the last little check-in, the last meal, if you will. Now, on a molecular level, inside my body, I don't necessarily know what's happening. I'm sure my body feels a lot happier as far as the fumes be fuming. My stomach pain has definitely subsided this week, and that's surprising because I'm going into my periods. Normally this would be like when I'm very crampy and feeling really not great. I haven't been experiencing that, so that's a huge thing to note actually. Overall, I've been feeling very healthy. I just feel healthy this week, and the gas is much more ripe. You can smell that health. I'm so sorry, TMI, but it's the truth of it. It's the discussion. The number 2s have been very regular, which has been lovely. Overall, I haven't noticed any kind of difference in my energy levels or anything, but I definitely feel better. My skin has been so much happier, especially going into my period again. Normally I get like a crazy breakout, but nothing. Like, I'm looking tired for sure. It's been a busy week. It's been a big week. That would also usually mean a lot more angry breakouts going down. So that you are what you eat, that's for sure. It's giving me a lot of inspiration for my future meal prep and my cooking. I was obsessed with the spring rolls. I could have lived off those spring rolls. They're so good. And the little noodle bowl, like the warm soupy bowl, is just, these are meals that I love to eat for sure. It required a lot of prep. Definitely at the start of the week when I did my grocery shop, my big grocery shop, and a big meal prep, it requires a lot. And just kind of for my personal tastes, I like really flavorful food. And I like really saucy food, so it's kind of not the greatest for a very sensitive stomach. So I found that I needed to just have a lot of ingredients and a lot of like fresh herbs to give me that same kind of feeling and to give me an equivalent enjoyment of my food and meals. So that can be really expensive when you're going grocery shopping. That's also seasonally dependent on what's available. And it's also a lot, and you have to eat it quickly, because if you're buying all these fresh ingredients, if you don't eat all of it, it's gonna go bad. It's not something you can just throw in the freezer. Like, I can't throw basil in the freezer. I suppose in theory you could like blend it up and make a sauce, but for the most part it's something that needs to be purchased and eaten. So it was a lot of meal prep. It was a lot of time dedicated to making these meals, but I definitely felt better and happier for it. So it's something I'm going to try to do a lot more of and keep these meals in mind. Because I didn't experience such a night and day difference in my gut and overall, I'm definitely gonna bring the protein powders back, because that can just be really easy. It's just a grab and go thing when you're on the go and you want to be getting your protein in, especially when I'm traveling. Like, I am packing my protein powder, and I think that just a high protein diet in general is always gonna make you a little bit more gassy. But to keep in mind that if I'm able to get my protein from food if I can, and then just remind myself that the protein powder is supplementary. But overall, I had so much fun doing this week. We cooked a lot of delicious meals and we played with a lot of fun ingredients, even though it was repetitive for the days. That's the whole point. It's given me some fresh, new, summery vibes for my meal prep going forward, even though I was cooking a lot. There wasn't a whole lot of meal prepping going on, but the spring roll, guys, I'll never shut up with the spring roll. I can't wait to make them again. But I'd love to hear from you in the comments down below. Let me know what you thought about this week of meals, this little style and version of a meal prep, kind of what I eat in a week video. Would love to hear your thoughts, and if you guys have any of your favorite recipes, any tips, fun ingredients, please have a chat with us in the comments down below. Thank you so much for being here and for watching. I'm gonna go eat my breakfast, and I will see you all tomorrow for a new Everyday May video. Thanks for watching. Bye!